Alright everybody, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video, and today guys, we're going to be looking at a new deck here that I've made on PTCGO, and I call this one Machamp Wall, or just Machamp something, I don't know, but this deck is very straightforward, and it's pretty simple, pretty interesting, and has some different things going for it, and I think this deck definitely has some decent potential in the standard format right now, the only thing holding it back possibly being Espeon GX. So let's take a look at what this deck is. It's basically revolving around Machamp with Steaming Mad and Crazy Hammer. Machamp is usually played with Crazy Hammer because you can use it with Ariados, you can, take one-hit knockouts. We're actually going to be using it with Steaming Mad more than not. Steaming Mad isn't that great of an attack on the forefront, right? 2 energies, 20 damage times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon. If they don't damage your Machamp, well, it kind of won't do anything, and it's kind of just, well, when they do damage it, it's basically just like using Mad Bull GX. It's basically, if you think about it, it's a discount Mad Bull GX. So the goal with this deck is to use, Steaming Mad as often as we can and take knockouts with Steaming Mad or Crazy Hammer. If they don't want to attack into Steaming Mad, you can, hit them with Crazy Hammer. And this deck is basically just all about taking those one-hit knockouts when they attack your Machamp, and then you just knock them out in return with a Steaming Mad. It's not that hard to do. Now, originally, I kind of wanted this deck to be like a straight-up quad Machamp deck, like 4 Machamps, a couple of Wobbs, Max Elixir, Puzzle of Time, all that stuff, kind of like quad Lapras, which might actually be a good deck also, but I've kind of decided to expand that idea, and I made the deck a little more versatile and added a little bit more synergy to the deck to make it a little more interesting. So we are going to be running more Pokemon in the deck than just Machamp. We do play 3 Wobbs, and the reason I have this is if you start with Wobbuffet, it buys you some time, you can build up your Machamps, and also it's a good Pokemon to start with when you're playing against those DecidueyePlume decks. Gives you access to items, but also it allows you to set up your Garb. And I like having the Wobb here because with Wobb you can, set up your Garbodor. With Wobb in the active, it allows you to put the Float Stone onto your Garbodor. Because most of the time, DecidueyePlume will get the Plume down. If you can't get your Float Stone down in time, then you cannot use Garbodor's ability, and you're kind of just forced to be like, well, I either have to hit a Hex Maniac or I have to KO the Vileplume, which doesn't seem very likely when I have to knock out these big attacking Pokemon. So with Wobb, it allows you to start with it so you can slow down other decks like Volcanion, Mega Ray, and stuff that needs Shaymin, and then you slow down the DecidueyePlume matchup. But also, you can use Wobbuffet as a way to use Garbodor's ability if they do have Vileplume. So Wobb is very useful in that regard. So we do play 3 of them. It's a lot of Wobb, I know, but you do want to start with Wobbuffet, and if you can't, well, whoop-de-doo. Whatever, cry me a river. So, Machamp is kind of your main attacker, but we do have other attackers. We do have 2 Zygarde. Espeon is very, very popular right now. Espeon is very popular. Like, when I'm saying very popular, it's like people are really liking Espeon right now. There's a lot of Espeon right now in Standard, so Zygarde is just a nice little backup attacker in case you don't want to deal with Espeon. But also, you can use some Ninja Boy fake outs, and Ninja Boy does play a big role in this deck also. Say you're using your Zygarde, you can Ninja Boy into a Machamp and then just Steaming Mad that Pokemon. So, I mean, you might take a knockout Zygarde most of the time, but you can also use that for the Ninja Boy Steaming Mad play you want to do. So Zygarde plays a role in this deck with Ninja Boy. It's also a good attacker to deal with Espeon. We do play 1 Sudowoodo. It's another weird card to see in this deck, but this deck can struggle against Mega Rayquaza when they can take one-hit knockouts and when you're resistant. So you can kind of use your Sudowoodo as a way to kind of use Rayquaza's attack, right? You can use Sudowoodo and then use Watch and Learn, or you can Ninja Boy into Sudowoodo if your Machamp to get knocked out. I mean, that's kind of not going to happen, but we do play 1 Sudowoodo in this deck, so we have that option to use the Watch and Learn and maybe take a big knockout on Rayquaza, or, you can Watch and Learn like a GX attack. Maybe you can Watch and Learn Hollow Hunt, you can Watch and Learn Divide GX, you can Watch and Learn Dark Call. It's just a really versatile card to have in this deck. You might even want to run 2 copies of Sudowoodo. Like, it's a weird card to have, but it plays a role. Like, you can copy GX attacks and stuff like that. And we don't play any GX Pokemon in this deck, so Watch and Learn kind of be a good substitute for that. If you want, you can always run 2 Sudowoodos. The problem with running Sudowoodo is you have to rely a lot on your opponent using an attack, like a big attack, like Emerald Break, Volcanic Heat, just something big. So with Sudowoodo, you gotta rely on that. If you use Sudowoodo as a normal attacker, it doesn't work too well because it's only got 90 HP. It's not gonna last that long. So it's just nice to have Sudowoodo sitting on the bench so you can use it whenever you want. And also, again, it's just nice. And basically, that's all we got for your main attackers: Machamp, Sudowoodo, Zygarde. I do play 1/1 Carbink. If you're playing against something like Houndoom Mill or something that does play a lot of hammers, or just something that will discard your energy, because you have to rely a lot on strong energy in this deck, which easily can get discarded with Enhanced Hammer. And again, so yeah, just having the 1/1 Carbink allows you to get back your stuff. And also, if you start with Carbink, you can buy you some time, possibly, if you can't get the wob going. So you can use Diamond Gift. It's just a way to build up your Machamps again, and maybe Zygarde. I don't know. It's just nice to have when you're playing against those heavy hammer decks. We only play 1/1, though. We don't really need them too much. Like, they're not essential, but in situations where we can use Carbinks, attack, yeah, sure, why not run it? And we got the 2/2 Garbline. This is just nice to have in the deck. We don't really use abilities all too much, so we can use Garbotoxin. And with Wobb's help, we can use the Garbotoxin and actually get the the Float Stone on it before the Vileplume comes in place. So that's why I like having the Wob and Garb in this deck. It's a weird combo. You're like, why would you ever want to run Wobbuffet with Garbodor? That doesn't work. It actually does, because you can put the Float on, because Wob would be in your active spot. So if you ever need that, plus it's just nice starting with Wob anyways. So we do play the 2/2 Garb in the deck. And we got one Shaymin. I mean, you could go with two, but I mean, most of the time you're going to start with Wobbuffet anyways. Or if you got Garb in play, it's just, you're going to be ability locked most of the time with this deck. So you don't really need Shaymin. It's a situational card if you don't have the ability lock going. Like, say you're using a Machamp in the active, you start with Machamp, maybe you can dig Shay, maybe try and hit like a switch or an escape rope, try and, force the Machamp on the bench to a wob, and then, it's just a good digging card. If you don't get the start you want, you can use Shaymin to make sure you get the start you want. If you don't start with Wob, obviously. Like, if you start with Sudowoodo, obviously you're going to want to try and, get a Wob or something in the active, so you can use Shaymin in that regard. So, basically, that's why we got the Shaymin. So, yeah, this deck is all about just making your opponent not be able to do anything. Like, they can't knock out Machamp in one hit, you just Steamy Mad them, right? So, that's kind of what the deck is. We actually do play 3 Chaos Tower in a tribute to that. So, with Chaos Tower, we cannot be confused, and this is just our way of not being confused when we use Steaming Mad. If we Steaming Mad our opponent, right, we play the Chaos Tower, boom, we don't have to worry about the confusion, so then we can use Steaming Mad again without having to flip for confusion. Also, this is nice against the Espeon matchup, because when you're playing against Espeon, they don't have the option to confuse you. Obviously, Machamp is weak to Psychic, but if you're having to use your Zygarde in that matchup, you have the Chaos Tower, so they can't use Psybeam, and they're forced to try and knock you out with Psychic. And that's kind of why I like having this Chaos Tower. It's a good way to deal with Espeon, but also lets you use Steaming Mad without having to worry about the confusion. So those are all our Pokemon, and I talked about the Chaos Tower. We got one Escape Rope. It's a good card to have in this deck. If you ever need to play it, it's good to make your opponent have to switch something out. 2 Max Elixirs. I just like having this as a way to build up our Machamp on the bench quick enough. Like, we're not usually going to use Crazy Hammer. It's mostly going to hit for 100 damage, 120, 110 most of the time. So it's going to be getting easy 2 shots. So Max Elixir, I guess, can power it up a little quicker. It's just nice to have this. If they do one-shot you somehow, then you can use Max Elixir to try and build up an attack the following turn. So it's just good to get energy in play, basically. One Super Rod, just get you back some Pokemon. Like, if you ever need to use your Sudowoodo again, or you need to get your Carbink back because you discarded it, there you go. One Switch, just again, we do play a Switch in this just for Steaming Mad's potential, because, most decks play Stadium, so Chaos Tower isn't always going to be in play, so Switch is another way to deal with Steaming Mad. For Ultra Ball, this is Searching. Originally, I did have a Nest Ball in this deck, but I kind of was like, nah, you don't really need Nest Ball. I don't think it's needed. 4 VS Seeker for your supporters. We do play an interesting lineup of supporters. 3 Chaos Towers, again, I already went over that. 2 Lysandre. Lysander's good in this deck with Steaming Mad, because if you don't want to hit their active, you can Lysandre the bench, knock it out. It's pretty simple. Lysandre is just nice to have, especially if you do put the pressure on with Steaming Mad. They can't knock out Machamp the following turn. Well, you just Lysandre them up, and then Steaming Mad whatever they have on the bench. I mean, that's kind of the play you would want with Lysandre, so that's why we got 2 of those. 3N, your draw support. 4 Sycamore for your draw support. We play 3 tech supporters. So the first one is Ninja Boy. And again, this is really good with Zygarde. If you're playing against Espeon, you quickly Ninja Boy out your Machamp into Zygarde, or you Ninja Boy, like a bench Zygarde into like a Sudowoodo, and then take a knockout on a Mega Ray or something crazy like that. Or you Ninja Boy a Zygarde into a Steaming Mad. So Ninja Boy has a lot of, kind of versatility in this deck. It kind of what makes this deck kind of fun to play. It's more like a fighting toolbox deck. If you honestly want to call it that, it honestly is a fighting toolbox. Because you have different fighting types you can use. So Ninja Boy is just nice to have for that reason alone. One Olympia. Olympia is just really good for the switching, and also because, well, it flows nice with Steaming Mad. And we got one Team Flare Grunt. It's just nice early game disruption, late game disruption. If you're playing against something like DecidueyePlume, which heavily relies on the 2 energies, you can slow them down a little bit, maybe buy some time if you need to. And just it's good in the late game to kind of give you the edge you need. So I like having the Flare Grunt. I mean, you could always run something like Delinquent. Delinquent wouldn't be bad. You can play Hex Maniac, but it's kind of overkill with the amount of ability lock we already have. Team Skull Grunt wouldn't be too bad either. You can use that. Like, say, they use Hollow Hunt. You can just then Team Skull Grunt them, and then they lose all of their energy they got back. That would actually be pretty funny. So you can play Team Skull Grunt over Team Flare Grunt. You can also run Professor Kukui. I don't think you need that. You're taking 1 shots or 2 shots most of the time, so Kukui kind of just doesn't do much. But you can always run that if you want. And then also, we have other supporters, I guess, like, I don't know, Center Lady. You can run Pokemon Ranger, which you're not going to need Pokemon Ranger, I don't think. So, yeah, I think Flare Grunt's the way to go. Skull Grunt is probably a great second option, or Delinquent. I would honestly maybe prefer Skull Grunt now, thinking about it. But we're going to try out this Team's Flare Grunt play and see how it goes for us. And we got 3 Fighting Fury Balls, giving our Machamp more HP is necessary so we can do more damage with Steaming Mad. 3 Floatstone, we need a lot of floats, not only for our guard, but also Wobbuffet, because Wobbuffet is kind of going to be stuck in the active. 4 Strong Energy, so we do more damage, and then we got 6 Basic Fight Energies. This is the Machamp Wall Fighting Box deck, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, here we go, let's go find some matches with our deck, see if we can have fun with this. Maybe we can play against some Decidueye-Plume, show off why I like having this deck. Because a lot of Decidueye-Plume do play Tauros, which this deck eats up. So let's find some games with the deck, see if we can have some fun with it, and see if we can wreck some noobs. So see you guys in a game. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's go find some matches with our Machamp Walling deck, and we'll see if we can have some fun with it. Maybe pull off some Steaming Mad plays. A Ninja Boy Steaming Mad plays, kind of what I want to do. That'd be really fun. Pretty cool. I doubt we're going to pull it off, but we'll see. Playing against a Guardy deck that one-shots me, and he has the Psychic type, which is just lovely. So looks like Zygarde is going to be doing most of the work this game, unfortunately. The thing with Machamp is, like, Psychic types are so popular right now, it's, like, just slowed down immensely because of how popular Mewtwo is, how popular Espeon is, how popular Gardevoir is. That's why I don't think Machamp has the potential right now. I guess, like, if Psychics somehow die off in popularity, which I doubt will happen, maybe, just maybe Machamp can see play again. We do win the coin flip though, so there's a good thing. What are we gonna get off this? So can we get a good start? We get the wobb start, but gotta lose a Super Rod, really? I don't know why I ain't start with N. Yeah, we're gonna have to start with wobb. We can put the Sudowoodo down. We can watch and learn a Despair Ray, maybe take a crazy knockout that way. I don't know, it'll be pretty fun. So we'll start with the wobb, and we'll play down our Sudowoodo. I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. We can't do Shaymin, obviously, so hopefully maybe we can get an end top deck. No. Alright, well, we're just gonna Chaos Tower then. Kinda giving away what our strategy is, but whatever. Maybe he'll be like, oh, we're only playing that because of Espeon siding. Oh, this hand is lovely. Alright, well, Ultra Ball away. I wanna keep the Ninja Boy. Get rid of a float, I guess. Don't know why I didn't draw properly, though. Kind of frustrating. We'll have to just grab our Machamp. And I might even just, if I switch into that. Alright, let's just go Max Elixir. And we don't even hit. Oh, come on. If that hit, that would have been nice. So, we're going to have to pass. We can't do anything else with his hand. It's kind of dead. Unfortunately, maybe he'll be nice and end us. Who knows. If that Max Elixir hit, that would have been really nice. Because then we would have been able to, get out of this. But now we're not going to be able to. But no, he's actually going to end me. So it's fine. Maybe I should have put a float on wobb. I don't know. But we'll see. He's going to be able to still do Hoopa because Wobbuffet does not block the typing. Which, whatever. So just a double dragon. Fine by me. Can't do watch and learn, but we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We're going to have to burn a Sika, unfortunately. Or we're going to have to burn Wait, what are we burning? I don't even remember. Burn a VS Seeker, that's right. Oh, we got the Machamp. That rips our Ninja Boy play. Actually, Ninja Boy's not even a discard. What am I saying? Huh. I don't want to play that down quite yet in case another N. I think I'm just going to retreat into the Machamp. And I guess I'll pass. Not much else we can do. The thing is, we retreat into Machamp. He hits me, a Lysandre, knock out a Garbodor, and then he can't two-shot me with Chaos Wheel. We're going to have to play a basic fighting, though, unfortunately. So he's not going to be able to two-shot me. So this gives us time to take a knockout on that Zygarde-4. So that's cool. We even get a Trubbish. I guess we'll play down Machamp, whatever. I'm not going to end him. He didn't do anything last turn. So yeah, we're going to have to take that Lysandre route. Just take out a Garbodor. Giratina, not really too threatening. Thus, we could easily see like a pretty big play next turn where my opponent like pulls off a Mega Turbo Despair Ray or something crazy like that. Now, we are confused, and maybe we can get a Switch or Olympia off our prizes. Okay, Escape Rope, that is fine by me. We can Escape Rope into the Float Wob. He can't knock us out unless he does... No, he can see. And this is why I like the Machamp. You can get these turns where they can't one-shot you, and then you just pull off those Steamy Map plays. And if they don't want to hit your Steamy Map... He didn't play Despair Ray. Never mind, he didn't have a single copy of Despair Ray Gardevoir in his deck. Kind of weird. You would have expected that, since Despair Ray Gardevoir is good against Espeon, but whatever. You know what? To each his own. To each his own. And we get 225 coins off the ladder, saving up for that next Sun and Moon set. Man, the next Sun and Moon set is insane. I just cannot wait for Tapu Koko. I cannot wait for Secret Rare, Max Potion reprint. I cannot wait for every new card coming. But we are playing against Volcanion. This is, again, one of your favorable matchups, assuming you can get the Garbodor in play quick enough. And we win the coin flip. Sweet. If we can turn to Garb him and start with Wob, we can turn things around. Let's see. Get a Zygarde started. Again with the handful of items. I don't know. When I was testing this deck, I like literally kept getting like just hands full of items, and I had to Sycamore them away. I don't know why I ain't starting with like more Pokemon. We didn't get the Wob start. Whatever. We can just wall with Zygarde, I guess. Let's go Max Elixir. I'm gonna end him, and it doesn't hit. How do you not hit? Alright, we'll end him. I don't want to lose my Float or an Escape Rope right now. Can we find Trubbish? Yes, we do. We can even Shaymin unless it's prized. We didn't get an energy, so we can play down these two guys. We can... And why not? Wait. Ultra Ball. We gotta lose a Fighting Fury Belt, but if we can get Trubbish in play, or Garbodor, the one-shot is taken away. So, yeah. It's fine. I'm fine with that. We'll go Shay setup. We gotta get some energy on our active here. Can we find some energy? Okay, we do. We got strong energy. Before Enhanced Hammer, we even get a Float Stone. So I'm gonna put that on right now. And I'm gonna strong the active and pass. That's my play. And then we can maybe even Team Flare on him next turn if he brings out like a baby Volcanion. We'll see. He's going to have to find a way to retreat the Tauros. Tauros is basically free bait for us because of the fact that it's weak to fighting, so it's basically a free prize if we ever need it, which is cool. If we can get Garb in play next turn, that'll be sweet. No, just a basic fire. Okay. So we can just take a knockout on it then. Max Elixir, most likely going to hit. Yep. He plays like probably 13, 12 energy. Alright, wow. Okay. I don't really want to go with the N, but I want to knock him out, so... We could even Team Flare Gun him, I guess. Sure. Nah, we need to get the Garb. We need to get the Garb. That's more important. Yeah, that's way more important than just, buying some time. The options there, we gotta hit this Garb. Can we get it? No. Okay, lucky for us, he didn't really get that big of a start, so it's fine. Cellstorm does knock him out, which is good. So let's just knock him out with Cellstorm. We have another Trub in our hand, which is cool. So boom, knock him out. We can take 2 prizes off the bat. Can we get a Garb? Unless, I don't know if it's prized or not. Float's fine. We get another energy. We can probably just build up Machamp. We can probably just Cellstorm him and just kind of wall him there. Heal 30. We don't have Center Lady in this deck, but whatever. So we gotta find another Ultra Ball or hit the Garb. He can't hit me with Volcanion this turn, which is gonna be nice. And if we get Garb in play, we basically have the out. Maybe we can pull off a Ninja Boy play too, assuming... Yeah, we might be able to Ninja Boy, maybe, if we can get Ninja Boy. Okay, I'm kind of surprised he didn't float this and then retreat into that. Okay, so he's going to bring out the Shay. That's fine. We'll just play Switch. We're going to Sika anyway, so it is what it is. Or we can even Team Flare Gun him. Let's do that. Let's go Team Flare Gun. So yeah, let's just switch into Zygarde. And I guess we'll just hit him with Landwraith. Why not? We'll Team Flare Gun him, slow him down a little bit, buy us a free turn. And we'll just Landwraith, 2-shot him, because he does have the belt on, so might as well just go for the 2-shot with Landwraith. Could have done the Cell Storm, then knock him out with Landwraith, but whatever. Let's just take the more better route. Maybe I should have saved the energy. He's not going to be able to knock me out this turn. Still no Garb, which is a little bothersome. But again, he's having a bit of a slow start. So we might be able to buy some time. Next turn, I'll probably go for the Sika play and hopefully hit the Garbodor. He could Olympia too. Like, if he does attack me this turn, I might be worried. But the cool thing about Landwraith is we're actually doing just enough damage to knock out Volcani. We're doing exactly 130 with the Strong in the belt. So, I mean, if he did, like, some Switch Escape Rope Olympia play, that's fine. Oh, he had a Sick in his hand. Oh, boy. So we definitely need to get Garb down next turn. We're going to need to get the Garb down next turn. If we can take out a Volcani and go down to 2 prizes, I think we're going to be able to easily win the game. And we'll take the win there. So, just another baby Volcanion on the bench. What else? Just a concede. Man, this deck taking the wins out there, man. The amount of concedes this deck has been getting recently. It's like 2 concedes in a row, folks. He didn't have Shaymin, Hoopa, or anything. I mean, again, Volcanion is one of your strongest matchups, assuming you can get the best start. Right, you start with Wob, you get the Garb down, they can't play abilities, and you're all good to go. So, find another match with it. These matches have been very short. If we can get a longer game, that'd be really nice. Playing against Water, most likely Water Box, but he doesn't have Shaymin or Hoopa or anything, so we'll see. Might be Greninja too. He has a Froakie coin, so Greninja is a possibility. I knew that was gonna be heads, man. I knew it. I was even gonna flip the heads on the coin flip too. Can we get a Wob start? Okay, we mulligan. Let's see what we're playing against. Okay, so it isn't Greninja. Might be Quad Lapras, which I'm fine with. He can't take one shot. The thing with Lapras is it doesn't really take one shots. And as long as we keep the Carbink going, it's fine. Alright, we do get a Wob, but again, bit of a slow hand to begin with. This hand is still kind of slow. We'll play the Trubbish down. I don't know. Depends if he does, if it's either Quad Lapras or if it's going to be something that looks like it is Quad Lapras. Okay. Crushing Hammer is a little bothersome. But, I mean, we got the Carbink for a reason, right, folks? So he's mulliganing a bunch, which is good, because our hand is dead. We have nothing going for us in our hand right now, so these mulligans are actually pretty nice. Okay, he's going to keep mulligan. He plays Tyreno in his deck, which is kind of weird. I mean, I guess Tyreno Collect allows you to draw 6 cards, which wouldn't be too terrible. He plays Balloons, too. Balloons are a little annoying. Kind of helps him with the math. Depends how many he plays. Yeah, definitely Quad Lapras. Luckily, though, he is mulliganing a lot, giving us a lot of draw support, unless he ends us. Wow. Yeah, these mulligans are huge. It's going to allow us to get way more luck with our end, hopefully. Hopefully. So I think that was like, what, 6 mulligans? Dude, that's crazy. 5, 6 mulligans. We're going to draw 5 extra cards. In before our hand still sucks. I wouldn't not be surprised if we had to do Sika. Would not be surprised if we had Sika. But, if we can do a Steamy Mad play on a Lapras, that's going to be pretty sweet. If not, I'm going to be pretty sad. But again, Lapras not one-shot. In fact, we have so many ways around the GX attack. It's like this matchup should be good unless it goes wrong. We'll see if it does or not. We will see. But we gotta wait for my boy Chris here to hurry up. I mean, he did mulligan a lot, so he's gotta press down a lot, I think. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. So as long as, again, if we do draw nothing off this mulligan, I'm gonna be a little sad. But ideally, you want to do the Steamy Mad play. Zygarde wouldn't be terrible, I guess, but I feel like the Steamy Mad approach is better because it's like, alright, you attack me, I Steamy Mad you, you get knocked out immediately, and then I win my game. But if not, it's going to be rip. Wobbuffet and Trubbish are kind of useless. I highly doubt he plays Manaphy or Shaymin. Obviously, no Shaymins. He probably does not run a single copy of Manaphy. He might play one Manaphy. Maybe if he does play Manaphy, then I'll get the Garbodor play just to shut down the Manaphy route, which, why not? But, yeah, we just gotta wait a bit here from my opponent. He's gotta be pressing down a bunch, man. It's taking a while, man. What is going on? Okay, there we go. Finally. Alright, yeah, we can take advantage of this mulligan. Unless this is all like one big Sycamore play, I'm gonna cry. Probably will me knowing my luck. But let's see. It is, of course. No, we got an end. It's fine. It's fine. So, it is Quad Lapras. Again, this matchup can be kind of iffy. But with the Carbink, the fact that he can't one-shot you, it can be a bit of a breeze. Maybe. Depends. Depends on how lucky he gets with, like, hammer flips and stuff, I guess. Or depending, I guess, if he plays enhanced hammers or not. He definitely plays Team Flare Gun. I saw that in his mulligans. He probably plays Team Skull Grunt, which might be bothersome. As long as we have at least one energy for Carbink, then I'm fine. He goes straight with Rough Seas. Alright, thanks. I can just immediately play down the Chaos Tower. And no Finding Fury Belt makes me even happier, so we'll just get rid of... we'll go for the second play. We gotta lose a bunch of energy. And the fact that we did not somehow got no Pokemon off of that is like, why? Grab Machamp. Maybe I could have grabbed Carbink too. I don't know. Whatever. We'll grab the Machamp. Go fight an energy. We'll belt it. Float the active. We'll play Chaos Tower. And we'll just make it so we can get paralyzed. And go Sicko. We gotta lose 2 of our energies. Rip Max Elixir, but again, with Carbink, it's all good. Can we find the Carbink, actually? No, we don't. Get a Max Elixir. Will this find us an energy? Okay, it didn't. I kind of expected that. But yeah, this just lets us sit back, I guess, with Wob. Should we play another Wob? I don't think we need to. I don't think he can... He's not going to knock us out next turn, will he? It's possible. We'll play down a Wob just in case he somehow knocks us out. Or if, like, an Escape Rope, I'm fine with that. I guess we'll pass. I probably won't play Garb down. Like, it's just kind of... I don't need it. I don't think I need Garb. The fact that he can't one-shot me unless he plays Kikui, it's kind of like we don't need it. There's Crushing Hammer number 1. Will it hit heads? Let's find out, folks. It does. Of course it does. Crushing Hammer, man. The best card ever printed. Thank you, Pokemon, for putting that in the game. Okay, now we definitely got to find our Carbink, so... I said I wouldn't put the Garb down. I put it down anyways. My bad. Let's just end him. We know he got 3 cards out there. I know he hasn't played a supporter, but... I don't want to lose a Chaos Tower when we can shut down his stuff. Okay, we do get the Carbink, which is nice. He could Lysandre Carbink, possibly. If that happens, then I'm going to be in trouble. Zygarde, you can go, and we'll get rid of Sicka, too. We don't really need that. And we will get ourselves the Carbinkio. Hopefully, we can maybe Carbink him next turn. Let's find out. So let's play down the Carbink, and pass. Unless he knocks us out. If he knocks us out, maybe I could have retreated in the other Wob, just in case. Maybe I should probably... Maybe I could have retreated in the Machamp, too. But then if he gets rid of my energy, yeah, it wouldn't have been the best play. Would not have been the best play. We're going to have to get lucky with Super Rod, too, to get back our Carbink, so... Carbink probably is only a one-time thing, because Lapras is not an EX Pokemon, so it completely one-shots our Carbink. So that's definitely going to have to be the route we take. But we'll wait for my opponent once again. Hopefully he does not do any more energy discards. As long as Crushing Hammers get tails, he might play Puzzle of Time in his deck, too. We'll see. We'll find out if my opponent will do any crazy plays or not. Let's just hope he doesn't, for the love of all people that are fresh and good. Oh, just a pass. Guess he's not playing. We even hit a strong energy. Let's just put that on Carbink. He didn't do anything. He might not even be playing. Whatever. Let's just end him. If we can get Carbink Break, I'll power up my Machamp. Can we hit it? We do. Nice. We even get Watch and Learn Sudowoodo. Do I need that? We can use Blizzard Burn on him for 160. Yeah, let's do that. I'm down. We can get damage on him and then maybe Watch and Learn him next turn. So let's actually take that route. Here we go. Diamond Gift for a measly little 40 damage. And then we can put 2 Fight Energies on... Come on. What the heck? Alright. We can Watch and Learn him. Or we can build up Machamp. We already have an energy on Machamp, so... Let's just take the Watch and Learn route. He's going to have to take a knockout with Blizzard Burn. Plus we have the Super on our hands. So we can then end him to 4. End him to thing. And then we can do Watch and Learn. Rough Seas. Rough Seas saves him. Unless we can find a Strong Energy or a Fighting Fury Belt. Or if he doesn't play another Lapras down. That does save him. Oh, no. Maybe he'll forget to play the Rough Seas. I don't know. Oh, Lysandre on the Machamp. Okay. If he doesn't get rid of my energy, we actually can win the game. If we can hit... Oh, he goes for the Ice Beam GX. Do we still have our Switch and our Escape Rope? We do, okay. Float. Alright, well, we'll float this. We'll float this. We'll end. If we hit a Switch and an energy, we win the game. Okay, we don't. I'm not going to play the strong energy down because he plays all these hammer cards. We whiffed the switch, dude. Why? Let's just Ultra Ball away these two, man. He's going to be able to heal, too. God, man. Shaymin is not even in the deck. Where's our switch? Switch is prized. Alright, well, that explains that. Okay, we still got 4 energy. We'll grab the Zygarde, thin out the deck a little bit since we don't have a good hand. We're going to get knocked out. And then we can at least watch and learn him. If he doesn't play Lapras down, we can still knock him out with watch and learn, I guess. Which isn't too terrible. We can still win the game. No, another Lapras. We can still hit it for a lot of damage with watch and learn anyway, so it's not a big deal. So, I'm fine with that. Blizzard Burn, 160. Actually, no, watch and learn. No, we're going to need a funny Fury Bell, actually. Alright, I'm making some stupid calls here, folks. So, bring out the Carbink. And we can even Carbink him next turn. I don't know. Actually, we'll not play the strong energy. We need to hold on to that. Oh, okay, Escape Rope. I see you. You want to come to my hand now? Like, when I don't need you? Thanks. Alright, watch and learn. For the 160 damage. He's going to be able to heal with the unfortunate Rough Seas. And he's going to be able to retreat the Lapras. We'll see if he can build up that Lapras. So if he doesn't, that's fine. So, there's a heal for 30. We don't have a Lysandre either, do we? Now, we're down 3 VS Seekers and 1 Lysandre, so we technically only have 2 Lysandres left. And he has a switch. Okay, I mean, he had the Escape Rope, but whatever. Can he knock me out, though? No Escape Rope. Alright, I'll just sacrifice Wobb. That's fine. And then we can just knock it out with Watch and Learn again. Making some pretty hilarious plays with my boy Sudowoodo right now. Sudowoodo is just making all the plays. This is why I like the Sudowoodo. He delinquents me. Okay, I see you there, buddy. I liked those 3 cards. Olympia, kind of useless now that he already uses Blizzard Burn, I get Ice Beam, whatever. Now he doesn't have Rough Seas, which is kind of nice, and before he plays Rough Seas. There's the Blizzard Burn, knocking out my boy Wobb. Here we go. So he takes out this. He's going to go on 2, going, alright, we should be, maybe we can win the game. Still going to be close. So let's just watch and learn. I got to hold on that strong because we know he plays hammers, so we'll take out his Lapras, and before he doesn't have a water, take ourselves 2 prizes. What do we find? Funny Fury Belt, that's actually kind of nice. And an N. We can end him to a low hand size, possibly. Maybe come in clutch there. He hasn't done a Sika yet, though, so that should not even be a secret route. There's a balloon. That's fine. We're going to bring out the Carbink anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Then we can end him to 2. So there is the Sika. He's going to be able to get rid of Energy Switch. There's Crushing Hammer number 1. Will it get heads or no? Okay, it doesn't, thank God. Max Elixir. Okay, please do not get him in water. Yes, okay, good. Rough Seas coming down. We still have our Chaos Towers left, right? How many Chaos Towers do we have left? 1. But, you know what, even if we lose this game, I still showed off why I like the Sudowoodo in this deck pretty nicely, so it's like, whatever. And lucky thing, if he doesn't have Ranger, we even hit the Chaos Tower. We can do this, since he's not going to paralyze us anytime soon. Should I strong? Nah, we'll hold off on the strong energy. Just in case. We'll see if he can knock me out. We're going to take the balloon damage, unfortunately. We even get Lysandre. Lysandre could be pretty clutch next turn if he retreats. And we even find ourselves in energy. So we can put that on Machamp. And we can do Diamond Gift for 40. We are going to take the balloon damage, but we can still put a lot of energy on our Machamp, building that big boy up for the big time. If you put another balloon down, we get knocked out. If he does Ranger off this end to 2, I'm going to be a little sad. We'll see, though. Can he do anything? Water, alright. Please do not have anything else. One thing that would actually screw me over big time is Delinquent. But no, just a Tyreno. That's fine. It's only 3 cards. It's not really too threatening. Max Elixir. Please do not get him a water. No. Man, why? Squad Lapras deck is probably just the most aged thing I've ever seen. Retreat. It's already got 40 on it. So I guess just... I need to keep Sika, but he might delinquent me. So I'm going to keep this hand. Actually, no. Let's Team Flare Gun. We know he's going to be able to attack me anyways. So yeah, I might as well go for the Crazy Hammer. Hit him for 90. If he can't attack me somehow, he probably has a water. If he doesn't have a water, he's already used 4. 8. No. And a Kikui. Okay, thank God the belt's on us. Crushing Hammer, too. Oh my God, this dude is so lucky. I would have retreated into the Carbink. But nope. He's actually playing Collect. Okay. I mean, he had the retreat. That's huge. Wow. Let's go Sika. Maybe we can hit our last via Seeker and then end him to 2 next turn. I want to do that really badly. Super Rod. Nice. I want that for the Carbink, though. We don't really need to get anything back. But we'll do it anyways. We're low on cards. You never know. We could see a surprise Team Rocket's handiwork. I think we should get back a few things. We'll get back all 3 energy, I think. Get back Sudowoodo. Nah. Do we need the Sudo? Let's just get back 3 energies. I know we have all the strong energies, but I still want to get back our energy. So, Crazy Hammer for the knockout. One thing you could do is Lysandre AOR, but then we can end him to 2 next turn. We get the switch. Switch is huge. If he doesn't end us here, and he just hits us, we win the game. Even if he does Team Flicker, I don't know. He says a sad face. Boy, the Machamp deck is making the plays. Blizzard Burn, and we win the game, folks. That's how you do it. This is why the deck can be pretty good. And say well played. And here we go, guys. Steamin' Mad for a ton of damage for the win. And boom, I think I showed off the deck pretty well in this game alone. We showed off the Sudowoodo. We showed off why I like Carbink. We showed off the Steaming Mad clutches. And we showed off how much pressure you can put on with Steaming Mad. So I think I showed off the deck pretty well in this game. I think I'm going to end up the video here. Might have been a little bit of a short one. Might only be maybe half an hour. But I think I showed off the deck pretty well in that game. Thank you guys for watching. Can we hit 25 likes in this video for this Machamp wall deck? I got a friend request looks at that after. Might be someone I played against. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on another PTCGO video. Peace out.